In the crazy drama-filled world of rock and roll singers, it's not a first to see two different singers of the same bands, different eras, share the same stage. David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar come to mind with Van Halen, right? But never have we seen a band with two different singers from two different eras share the same stage at the same time. That is until now here in 2024. Around these parts, we are all well familiar with Adam Gontier. All the Catfest pre-split with 3 Days Grace, and even Saint Asonia this past summer in Concho. And then there's Matt Walsh, pre-3 Days Grace with My Darkest Days. And with 3 Days Grace post-Adam split, we can even go back to Rocklahoma 2022 and prior. I'm Jake Daniels, along with the Adam Gontier and Matt Walsh, who are both together now as the reunited dual vocal threat of 3 Days Grace. Starting with Adam, how on earth did this come about, man? How?
Well, basically back in 2020, 2021, during the pandemic there, it probably was when it got started. Brad and I kind of always stayed in touch a little bit back and forth. And back then during the pandemic, he hit me up. We went out, grabbed some coffee, and I think we just started chatting about it. And just whether or not it would be a possibility, could it be, and I mean, I was all, I was in for sure. But I think just a couple of years ago when the band was coming through Nashville area where I live, and, went out to the show and hung out with everybody and, got together in a room with everybody and then got up on stage and sang a couple songs. That's probably when it became an actual thing. And then here we are. So been pretty straightforward and kind of simple, it was just like, hey, are you into this? And I was like, yeah. And everybody seemed to be into it. And everybody was in. So
Matt, how'd you feel about it?
Well, I to be honest, like one day, like I talked to Brad about it. I was like, what if this happened? And he's like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And, I tried out for the band back when I was like 16 years old for playing guitar. At the time, I could hardly play guitar. So it's nice to finally make the band with Adam. And
Now that you guys are both handling vocals, how are you guys going to decide who gets to do what in studio and on stage?
We're just going to rock, paper, scissors.
Of course.
Which is actually what we did in the studio a few times to decide who was going to take what part here and there. So, yeah, but no, I think it's, we're still sort of working on that and what we're going to do live, but it's all pretty natural. Like, Matt's going to sing a bunch of his, I'm going to sing a bunch of mine, and we're ping harmonies, and we're both going to play guitar on certain ones. And I think when we get closer to the tour, when we're rehearsing a little bit, we'll probably dial that in a bit more. But it seems like we have an idea what we're going to do. I don't think it's going to be too different, really.
So this reunion of sorts begs the question from a marketing standpoint. Do you guys modify the band name to any degree, like 3 Days Grace Squared or something else?
Yeah, like I think this album, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but for right now, it's 3 Days Grace 2X.
You heard it here, 3 Days Grace 2X. You guys have literally just released a new song called Mayday, both showcasing your talents in the same composition. Adam, tell me about this new track and whether we can expect a full album.
Yeah, probably in the new year. We kind of sat down in a room together and just threw out all the ideas and then just started chipping away at all of them. But this one, we basically wrote it sort of as a commentary about what's going on in the world now. I think a lot of people feel like they're struggling with maybe finding themselves, like, emotionally and maybe economically and stuff. It's just a weird place to be in right now. So it's kind of a commentary on that and how we're just getting through. We're just kind of barely surviving, but we're not going down yet. Anyway, that's the basic idea. I think
we all have our strong suits, and we all collaborate together. We actually co-wrote this with a guy named Ted Bruner. We did So-Called Life, He actually co-wrote Porn Star Dancing too. Good friend. And Zach Cervini, he's a producer. He produced it and co-wrote on it. We wanted Howard to come in at the end and produce the vocals. Like, we feel comfortable with Howard, and he brings a lot to the table with harmonies and placing some vocals where you might not place them. And it turned out great.
The new song sounds like classic Adam 3 Days Grace meshed with what Matt brings to the band stylistically. This song really works, guys. It's really good.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I think we all felt like it was pretty special for sure. Yeah, like some of I don't know that the whole chorus was finished when we first started working on it, but yeah, we definitely all felt really, really strong about it. And yeah, we feel like we're saying something pretty important, and the timing of it all is interesting too, just with everything that's happening right now and stuff. So yeah, feels good to have it out, man.
So possibly a full album next year, or is this just part of the launch for this new partnership?
We're still finishing it. We're at a point where we're pretty close to being done, but I think we want to try to push ourselves more and see if we can even maybe beat the songs that we've already written that are so we have a whole bunch of songs, and we probably could record the album or get it done now. But I think we want to see if we can get some more out of ourselves.
This is a setup for the new tour and a new album next year. I figured it out.
Yeah. We'll probably go do our own thing after. We got a bunch of festivals we're doing too. So but I'm sure we'll do a headliner tour coming up too.
Really looking forward to seeing this on stage, fellas, and obviously hearing more of this new era of 3 Days Grace 2X. Very excited for you guys, really. Everyone can hear the new song Mayday today, Friday, November 22nd, at the top of every even hour on the Cat, and obviously wherever you listen to music online. Adam, Matt, appreciate you guys and hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much.